Welcome to Questpont's YouTube channel, and today we will be learning some basic fundamentals of machine learning. But before I start with things, I would like to run you through some very important, cute and heart-touching comments which people have put on my channel. And specifically, I will be starting with Himal sir. What a video, takes you straight to the point. I've been a subscriber with Questpont.com for past 10 years and never regret it. Thank you so much, Himal sir. Because of subscribers like you, we are able to make such videos. Thank you very much. We exist because of readers like you who have supported us for years together. And as a return gift, personally from my side, I'm providing you a lifetime subscription. Absolutely, you heard it right. I'm providing you a lifetime subscription free so that you are associated with me till whatever time I can teach. The next comment is coming from Priya. I liked your 1 hour of Python tutorial. Can you explain me the basics of machine learning? What are models, labels, features, bag of words? It will help me to understand the fundamentals of machine learning. So Priya, this video should address your comment. So in this video, what we are trying to do is we are trying to understand the basics of machine learning. So in this video, I'll be starting with machine learning. I'll be starting with the introduction of machine learning. I will talk about algorithm and what do you mean by training data. We will also talk about vectors in machine learning. We'll talk about what exactly is a model in machine learning. We will talk about features and labels which define the inputs and outputs of machine learning. And then we will talk about something called as BOW, that is bag of words. But first, let us start with what is machine learning. Machine learning is an area of study where we want machines to think like humans. We want machine to think and act like humans. Now this journey of going from a machine to a human or making a machine or making a machine think like human, it at least needs two things. One is it needs some kind of thinking, because if you look at humans can think. And second, humans get experience, humans get matured. So they learn from surroundings, they learn from school, they learn from their parents, and so on, and they get experience, they get matured. So somehow in the machine, we need to at least put two things. One is we need to make the machine think. And the second one is we need to see that, the machine gets matured by learning. Now, the thinking power in the machine can be brought in by putting some kind of an algorithm. So we need to give the thinking power to the machine by putting some algorithm. So depending on situation, you can have different kinds of algorithm. So the first thing what the machine learning needs is it needs some kind of algorithm. And then this algorithm, you will go and you will provide training data and you will train them. So the experience part is brought in by providing some kind of training data to the algorithm. So one is you have an algorithm, the thinking, and the experience or the maturing power, you can do it by providing him training data. Now, computers only understand numbers. So when you provide him what you call numbers, he can get trained very easily. But let us say if you have text, if you have audio, if you have video and images, you need to convert those kind of formats, those kind of things into numbers. So those numbers are termed as vectors. So one is that if you have your machine learning data, pure numbers, it is very easy. But if you have some kind of a text, an audio or an image or some kind of a document, then you need to convert that document into numbers, and this is termed as vector. Vector is nothing but it is collection of numbers. So you have an algorithm, you are training that algorithm, right? And by doing so, now you are having an experienced algorithm. This experience algorithm is termed as a model. A model is nothing but an algorithm with some kind of experience it has got from the training data. The model is the most important part of any machine learning project. So when you say that you want to start a machine learning project, the first thing what should come to your mind is that what kind of model you are expecting at the end of the day. So model means trained algorithm. Now, when you're training your machine by using some kind of training data, you need to provide that training data in the format of features and labels. These features and labels are nothing but they are input and they are output. So the features are inputs and the outputs are labels. So what are features? Features are the important characteristic from, which is extracted from a text, or it describes an object, it describes a thing, an entity, or anything, what you want the machines to learn. So for example, I can say red, round and sweet. So I'll tell the machine that when you see this red, round and sweet, think it is an apple. When you see a cone shape, yellow and grained, then you think it is a maize. When you see an yellow, sweet and juicy, think it is a mango. So basically features are nothing but they are inputs, and labels are things, which we want machine to think about that features. So labels are outputs. So whenever you are providing training data, you need to provide in terms of features and labels. So as we discussed that features are a very, very important part of machine learning. So we need to have a mechanism by which we can go and extract features from the training data. So let us say somebody goes and provides training data in the text format or in the audio format or in the video format. We need to somehow go and extract features from that text, and then later on we need to go and label those features, and that will become as a training input to the machine. Now there are lots of time-tested mechanisms which are available to extract the features. For example, the simplest mechanism which is available is BOW, bag of words. Bag of words is a concept, or I'll say it is a process by which we can go and we can extract features from a free text. Now bag of words, you can also think about it is a simplifying representation of words for a big textual document. For example, you can see that I have a textual document here, a textual 2-line sentence which says, today we will learn how to cook vegetables. To cook vegetables, we need to first wash them. Now from this, what I can do is I can go and I can extract important words which can represent these two sentences. For example, you can see I have extracted today, I have extracted learn, cook, vegetables, wash. Bag of words does not really check grammars. It does not really try to check, where the position of the word is. It just tries to extract important words. And one of the parts of the process is that we try to avoid stop words. For example, you can have a lot of those verbs like and, the, which probably does not give you a simplifying representation of the document. So we can go and we can apply stop words, like you can see that we are not extracting we, will, how, to, them, right? So we can apply the stop word process by which we can only extract the important words from that 2-liner text. Also, one of the parts of bag of words which we do is we try to also get the number of occurrence. For example, in this document, you can see that cook has occurred 2 times. So that's why you can see we have also noted down the number of occurrence. The vegetable has occurred 2 times. So you can see that we have put 2 here. And later on, these important bag of words, we can convert them into numbers, that is vectors, and we can feed it to the machine. And we can then label these features so that the machine can get trained. So bag of words is a simplifying representation of a text with the number of occurrences, but it does not take into consideration the grammar. It does not take into the consideration, where the words come in it. Does it come first or does it come last? So that brings us to the end of this video. In this video, we were trying to understand important fundamentals like the basics of machine learning, algorithms, training data, vectors, models, features, labels, BOW, and so on. Now, as a next step in machine learning, I would encourage you to watch the Python videos. I would encourage you to learn Python. So you can see on the screen, I have flashed my Python 1 hour of tutorial. If you can go through this 1 hour of the tutorial, you should be very much comfortable with Python. So thank you very much and happy learning.